Hey everyone! Today's video is going to be a Q&A video. I put out 3 weeks ago on Instagram that I would be doing another Q&A. It's been a year and a half since my last Q&A, so it's been a long time, probably long overdue for one. This video is going to be broken up into a couple parts, 2 or 3 parts, because I did get over 200 questions. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and I will insert everybody's screen names down here that asked the particular question. So the first question is my favorite makeup brand. I don't necessarily play loyalty into certain makeup brands. I do love Kat Von D makeup. I got the Metal Matte palette a few weeks ago and I'm completely head over heels in love with that. But I also do love Sugar Pill and Concrete Minerals. Their eyeshadows are to die for, and I will always support them because I love their eyeshadows. The next 2 questions are from the same person. The first is, how do you deal with haters and bullies? I don't really deal with them. Every now and then I do react. I think that's perfectly human to get angry, get sad, because emotion is a human thing. Although I do detest emotion because of how it can alter someone's behavior and mood. But the main way I deal with them is just block, delete, move on, because I know that some people think it's wrong to delete hate comments or bullying comments, but honestly, who wants to go onto their Instagram page? It is your Instagram page, it is my Instagram page, you are the owner of that particular thing. Who wants to go on there and read constant comments of how ugly you are, or how just something that somebody clearly has a problem with you? The thing is that not everyone is going to like you, and I know that. I don't like everyone I meet, and I'm pretty sure there are people that I've met who don't like me. But that's completely okay, I don't mind. It's just when that dislike for someone crosses over into being just a generally nasty person that speaks volumes about who they are, not you, who they are. And the second question this person asked is, any confidence boosting tips? The only confidence boosting tips I can give you is that you are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are worth everything good that could happen and can happen. Because I'm just one of those people that even if you are watching this video and you absolutely detest me, I don't wish hatred or hell on you. I just hope that you have a good life. And I wish that on everyone. There was a period of time a few years ago where I was very hateful towards a particular paternal parent of mine. But in the recent years, I've realized that it's an absolute waste to spend so much energy and time hating someone. So you just let it go. And the biggest confidence boost I ever got was letting go of the hatred I had for someone else. Because I realized how insecure that hatred was making me. The next question, how do you maintain your hair, and how is it possible to grow so long? I will be doing a separate video on this. I actually had one completely filmed, but in the video was a product that it was vegan, but the company had changed over and started adding beeswax into the formula, so completely stopped using that product and went over to another product. I really like the stuff that I use in my hair now, so I will be refilming that video as soon as I possibly can. And how is it possible to grow so long? I will also cover this in the video. Hello, Coco. Basically, I didn't cut it for a very, very long time, and now I only get the absolute smallest trims that I possibly can. The next question, it was a long comment, but getting to it, I would love to see your pets, especially Binks, and the question is, what kind of reactions, if any, do you get when you're out shopping or doing errands? Well, generally I try to do most of my like grocery shopping and stuff after I've been to the gym, or before I go to the gym, something like that, because Then I'm in more socially acceptable clothing. That's if I'm by myself, because I don't do very well with people socially. Like strangers make me feel very, very nervous. It has nothing to do with how I look or how other people are. It's just something mentally that I have an issue with and have always had an issue with. If I'm with my partner, I look like this, and we go do the grocery shopping, and I guess I don't get nasty comments because, you know, nobody will say anything when my partner's with me. He's a 6'5" biker looking dude, rides massive cruisers, so people generally don't say anything around him. You know, he's a very big, muscular guy. People are too scared to say anything. When I'm by myself and I look like this, I do get the occasional, it's not Halloween yet, that one's a really, really popular one, or just general laughter. Laughter seems to be a very, very popular reaction when I'm down at the Gold Coast. If anybody's been to the Gold Coast, you'd know that it is the most judgmental place I have ever been besides Sydney. The Gold Coast, everybody, if you're not wearing the right shoes, people look at you like, whoa, what are you? If you're not tanned and blonde, people look at you like you're gutter trash. And then people walk around like it's normal. Like, it's very, very normal to walk around the Gold Coast in nothing but a bikini. And it's socially acceptable because the beach is right there and guys parade around without shirts on. So here I am in long dresses and people laugh at me. I'm used to it. I've been around the Gold Coast area for many, many years now, nearly 10 years, and yeah, I'm pretty used to it by now. The next question is the struggles of being a young mother. I've been curious. I think outwardly a lot of people, especially from the perpetuation given in popular media such as Teen Mom and all of that, people think that young mothers struggle. The reality is I'm not saying that motherhood is a complete breeze, but I haven't really honestly struggled. The main issue has been mainly my own, so dealing with social situations and my routine. I live for my routine. I do almost the same thing every day, and like, I love the fact that my daughter being in school now means that she's got the exact same routine every day, because I've fallen into an absolutely perfect way of living with the fact that I get up at this time, I take her to school at this time, I do this, I do that. I plan my work hours to fit in exactly into slots, and every now and then it doesn't work out, but it's only when it's like days and days of things not working out that it starts to really damage me. Maybe damage is the wrong word, but I end up a bit of a nutcase with how I act. Also, I'm going to always remain elusive. I'm never going to throw around medical conditions or anything like that, because I don't want people to know or to sympathize with me with what I do have and what is going on, because I don't want that to be the focus of anything about my channel, anything about me, because what is neurologically wrong with me is not a basis of whether you watch someone or like someone or not. So yes, the struggles of motherhood have been mainly with myself. The only other thing I've had struggles with is a couple other parents. At my daughter's school this year, it's nowhere near as bad as last year. Last year I had a very, very rotten mother treat me like hell because I was younger than her, and she didn't invite my daughter and another kid who belonged to a single parent to their child's birthday parties because they believed we were toxic parents. And she did express the fact that she thought myself and this other mother were toxic parents, and you know what, I had to respect her decision. I'm not going to go crash a child's birthday party. because some woman likes to judge people based on age or whatever. But when her car broke down a few months later, I helped her, and, you know, I didn't have to help her, but she still treated me like garbage after that, and you know what? I can't change people, so I guess that's the main thing that I've struggled with, is my own self and other mothers believing that I am struggling or I can't do something because of my age. The next question is, when it comes to cooking vegan, what is one of your favorite things to make and why? Oh, I love making chocolate mud muffins or chocolate coconut slice. I did just film a recipe of that yesterday. Also, vegan pasta bake. The recipe is on a YouTube channel called The Vegan Corner. It tastes divine, absolutely divine. I make it once a week. It's in my regular recipe rotation because my partner absolutely adores it. My partner is part Italian, so he naturally gravitates towards pasta and all that stuff. The other question they asked is also, if you could only use one black eyeliner for the rest of your life, which would you choose and why? I would choose a liquid lipstick because honestly, liquid lipsticks make the best eyeliners. You gotta have the right brush. I use a Sigma E07 brush, I think. I'll put that down below, but it is the best eyeliner and eyeliner brush combination. I always get the straightest wings, the best wings. Yeah, just that's my recommendation. The next question is, well, my question is, how do you do your makeup so nicely, and since when did you begin to wear it? Well, practice. I used to do really atrocious makeup. I started wearing makeup around the age of 15 or 16. I did put on the occasional eyeliner earlier than that, but I wasn't really allowed to. My parents did set an age for me of 15 that I was allowed to start wearing makeup. I started wearing makeup to school when I was 16, and that was simply because before that, I didn't go to a school that allowed makeup within the uniform policy. The other question that this person asked is, do you have any advice for people who like a lot of the goth stuff, but also lots of the visual kei or scene stuff? I know I'm probably going to be like beaten across the head for this, but I don't know what visual kei or visual kei is. I'm guessing it has something to do with, I don't know what it's called, like the Japanese goth fashion, I guess. I don't know what it's called. I know that sounds so bad. I really need to spend a little bit more time researching things. And scene stuff, I know what scene is. I don't really have any advice. Just do whatever you want. People who say you shouldn't be this or you shouldn't do that, that's just an asshole thing to do, honestly. If you like goth stuff but also share interests in other things, who cares? Like, for example, a good friend of mine, Kaya, on here, Toxic Tears, she is intensely goth, but she also loves plushies and pink. And that's okay, because that's who she is. At least she's not trying to hide it. And I have actually seen a couple comments, like really rude comments, tell her that she can't like plushies or something like that. And I don't know, I find it really, really rude when people say, you're not allowed to like this. Just, that's a real asshole move. So yeah, my advice is just do whatever you like. Wear what you like what you like. Don't let other people try and dictate, bully you, and box you into something that you are not 100% happy with. The next question is, how has your daughter impacted your style? Does she help you pick out outfits and things like that? She's the cutest. Thank you, and I know she's the cutest. She's the most adorable thing on the planet. She has only changed my style in the way that sometimes because I'm planning on going to the park with her, I wear comfort over style. I guess it's because I've chosen more comfort over style with events that I know I'm going to be running around with her, and I guess that's the only thing that's really changed. And yes, she does help me pick out outfits. She loves to come into my wardrobe and just ask me, can I wear this, can I wear that? Sometimes actually she wears my clothes because my shirts end up dresses on her, and I had a few crop tops from way back in the day that I've kept. They're band t-shirts, and she wears them. Like I think if you would have watched a vlog that I filmed like at the beginning of the year, she was wearing a Lamb of God t-shirt. That was mine from when I was like 15. Yes, it was a kid's size and it fits her. It shrunk in the wash, so I wasn't able to fit it anymore, and I just kept it for her, and now she wears it. So yeah, I love it when she helps pick out my outfits, because just she always goes for the most visually out there kind of things. She loves my big poofy kind of skirts and my big what she calls vampire witch dresses. So yeah. The next question is, what is your skin routine that keeps it so clean and healthy looking? Again, this is probably going to be another one that's going to shock a lot of you, is that I don't really have much of a skincare routine. I do wash my face at the beginning of every day after I've been to the gym, and I do wash the makeup off my face. I get a makeup remover wipe, remove all of that, and then I go back with a washer and just rinse the rest of my face. I don't really put that much product on my skin. I do use witch hazel, and I use the witch hazel about 10 to 20 minutes before I apply makeup, but that's about it. The cleanser I use is by Sukin, and yeah, I guess the main thing is with my skin is diet. I eat shit tons of fruit and veg. I pretty much live off fruit and veg. Yeah, I would definitely attribute my skin to the fact that I lead a pretty healthy diet. The next question is, what is your favorite type of drink, alcohol or non-alcoholic? I don't have a favorite alcohol because I don't drink. I haven't touched alcohol in many years. My family and I always joke about the fact that I don't drink when I have such a big drinking family. I mean, I'm German, Russian, and Irish, so I have three of the biggest stereotype drinking nations in my blood. But other than that, my favorite drink is probably either the passion fruit soft drink back there by Bundaberg, or the Bundaberg ginger beer, the non-alcoholic one. It's probably two of my favorites. Also, the energy drink V, which is only available in Australia and New Zealand, I believe. The next question, and I'm going to probably have to leave it here for today, is the next couple come from the same person. Have you ever had any paranormal activities around you or in your house? Yes, very much so. If you're not a believer in the paranormal, that's perfectly normal, that's perfectly fine. I very much am, and I've had multiple experiences with them, particularly with one item that I brought back from an abandoned house. It was a tuxedo mask doll. The house was abandoned way back in the 90s, but the strange thing that was about this house was the fact that they were wrapped presents under a Christmas tree, and I decided, because myself and my friends when we were teenagers went there, and I decided, being the rotten teenager I was, to start unwrapping the presents. And I came to one present, and it was wrapped in Sailor Moon wrapping paper, and Sailor Moon was one of my favorite TV shows as a child. So I unwrapped this present, and it was a tuxedo mask doll, and I thought it was amazing, so I took it home with me. For the next 3 weeks, all I had was nightmares, and my room just felt cold as ice, and just constant, this paranoid feeling I constantly had. And my mother helped me get past this all, but eventually I got rid of the doll, and all the things stopped happening. So believe what you will, it may have just been like all in my head, but I do believe in the paranormal. The next is, what was the scariest moment in your life? This was also from the same person. My the scariest moment in my life. I think the scariest moment in my life, I'm not going to name any names or any specifics because it does involve people within my family and things I just don't want to really get into. But the scariest moment in my life is I must have been really, really young because I can't remember many specifics. But I remember feeling like, not like I was going to die, but I was going to be hurt. Because I was watching my mother be hurt by a specific someone who, it was a very bad situation, and I'm very glad we got out of it, because I can't imagine what life would have been like if my mother didn't get out of this situation, not only from my life, her life, and also my little sister's life, because she was 2 at the time. But I do have a specific memory of her being physically hurt, and I can remember a fear. Besides that, I don't really have any other scary moments. So that is all for today's part of the Q&A. I will answer more questions very, very soon. I'm sorry that one left off on a little bit of a downer, but I do promise more questions will be coming up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to be here for every single video. Like this video if you like these Q&As. Comment down below if there's something you'd like to see on this channel. And if you all have a fantabulous day.